Hello, and welcome to another edition of One Bad Veggies Root Beer Review, where in this review, this one goes out to all my juggalos and juggalettes. Whoop whoop. So this week's review is actually going to be Faygo, if you couldn't tell by the joke at the start. I believe Faygo was invented by the Insane Clown Posse in 1989, and has since then become the chosen soda of spraying all over concert attenders since then. But the truth is that I believe it's actually a Detroit-based company that it was kind of known as like a bargain brand. Like it was local, but not. It was always kind of like, think of like a Sam's Choice or Great Value, something like that, but specifically centered around Detroit gas stations and stuff like that. Over time, it just became national, which is kind of strange. You don't usually see that very much, but otherwise, that's really kind of all I know. And then obviously the association with the Insane Clown Posse as well. So we're gonna go ahead and start getting into the ingredients and all that stuff. So let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the ingredients with a whoop whoop, and let's go ahead and take a look at this artwork on this bottle here. So one thing I'll say about the bottle is it's surprisingly classy looking for something that I was just saying is kind of known as like a local cheap brand. I really like the look of it. Kind of a whole round look and everything. I mean, the nutritional facts are a little distracting. I notice a lot of root beer bottles don't usually have like the nutritional facts on them, which I think is interesting. Or maybe they do, but they just keep it in kind of like a smaller area that's not as prevalent. Anyway. Anyway, talking about the ingredients, I noticed there's a lot of preservatives. There's citric acid. There is potassium sorbate and potassium benzoate. Those are all different sorts of preservatives. That's usually, you get maybe one or two of those. Usually you get like a sodium benzoate and a citric acid at the most. So having three preservatives is kind of weird. I don't know why that is. Also, I will say that inverted cane sugar. So I did a little research on this. Inverted cane sugar is actually cane sugar that's been liquefied, and it's usually used in baking. I don't know why. And I can't remember if I've ever reviewed anything with inverted cane sugar. So I'm kind of interested in seeing if that actually makes a difference, if it's going to end up being like a lot sweeter or something, because it's literally a sugar that's usually used in confectionaries. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get to the scent. All right, let's go ahead and check to see if this is a pop top or a screw. Screw. All right, good times. Okay, so I will say, not as sweet as I expected it to be. I expected it to be very sweet, considering there's literally confectionery syrup sugar in the bottle. It actually smells very... Sorry, my hair is in my way. Anyway, it actually smells very standard. Nothing really stood out. Smells like it's going to be a good mix. It smells like... Which, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. This is something that is supposed to be sold, you know, as far as I know, cheaply. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the pour and the foam. All right, let's go ahead and get into opening this, and let's see how the foam is on this. I'm kind of interested. I always like doing a new root beer that I've never had before, because, yeah, I mean, you just never know. You just never know what you're going to get surprised by. Let's see here. Look at that. Whoa! That's got a real head on it, but not very long lasting, I will say that. Let's go ahead and attempt to get a drink of this before it goes away. We're cutting it close. I just got a sip before it all went away. Here, let's just take a look at that. Completely gone. Can't see anything. It's a little hard to tell through the frost, but nothing left. I'm still sticking with my standard flavor thing. It's on the sweeter side. It's definitely it's definitely just kind of like a standard root beer flavor at the moment. Hoping for a surprise maybe once I get the taste test and everything, but right now we're looking at a real middle grade root beer, which, hey, for something that is supposed to be considered cheap bargain brand root beer, it's probably the best thing they could hope for, really, honestly. So let's go ahead and get down to the taste test. I was gonna say whoop whoop, but I don't think that's appropriate in this moment. Yeah, I don't know. Whoop whoop. I'm gonna be real honest with you here. I think this is gonna be an easy one to grade. I mean, I've been saying it the whole time. Very standard. It's got a good mix. Nothing overpowering. Definitely on the sweeter side, but not necessarily creamy. But you can definitely taste the licorice. I will say it's got a pretty good bite. I actually really enjoyed that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this grade down. So I've sat with this drink for a few seconds here, a few minutes, and I will say one positive, no bad aftertaste. All you taste is the same flavor that you had just drank, so that's a positive. So it means probably, you know, it's there's not really too much artificial in it. Obviously, natural artificial flavors, blah blah blah. Nothing so artificial that it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. So that's a bonus. Like I said, it's right down the middle. I'm not going to go very long about this. I'm just going to give it a C. A C, right down the middle. I have absolutely no problem with this. This is very good. It's definitely like, if you've got the taste for root beer, you're not looking for anything too complicated. You're just looking for like a good root beer. You cannot go wrong with Faygo. It is actually it's good. It's perfectly fine. I mean, there's not much more to say about it other than that. Like I said, for being something that, at least in my opinion, and I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe Faygo was considered a high-level brand in Detroit at the time. Maybe it wasn't a bargain brand. I don't know. For what I've always been told and what I've always assumed is to be a bargain brand soda, it's very good. Like it's definitely much better than I guess what I expected it to be. But it's still, but you know, of course, in that case, I expected it to be very low. Instead, it's right in the middle. So yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to go on about it for very long, and here I am going on about it for way too long. But yes, C. Enjoy. As always, remember to subscribe if you like this. And not much news other than what was said in the last review. But that's really it for the time being, you know. Hopefully I can get into streaming more often. And as I've been saying for probably the last month on these videos, I'm a bad person. Other than that, I hope you have a good day. I said that wrong. I did that wrong for the first time. Take two. Okay. I hope you had a good time.